Looks like some nice overcast, foggy mountains up ahead. Woohoo! So me and Extra here just got dropped off at the trailhead at Winding Stair, starting on that journey to the Knock and then down into Fontana Dam and onto the Smokies. This dog right here, ironically, we just happened to pass it. He found this dog a couple days ago and was able to rescue that dog to the owner. The owner being very happy, giving him a reward in which he was able to use to stay in Franklin. So that's pretty cool the way the trail provided for the dog, for the owner, and for Extra. Extra walks around with about 40 pounds on his back. What was it? 42. That's a lot. I couldn't do it. He's more of a man than I am. I'm happy with my mid-20s with full food and water. 15 base weight.
I'd like to be in my mid-20s too.
He said he would like to be in his mid-20s too. All right, guys, we will see you up the trail. I'm about ready to start sprinting up here and get as many miles as I can today. We started a little bit later. And Extra, have a great hike, and we'll see you up there. So good morning. Nice to see all your beautiful faces out there this morning. None quite as beautiful as my wife, so she takes the prize every time in that. My angel. But anyway, I digress. The journey has started for the day. Extra, I just met last night at the hostel at Chicken Sunsets. I had passed him. That was the gentleman I talked about that I passed by that one day a couple days ago, where I said that was the first human I'd seen in like a day and a half on the trail. That was him. He was on a phone call, so I didn't want to sit there and just wait to talk to him until he got off his phone call. So it worked out because we seen each other last night. I was able to talk and get to know each other a little bit. Great guy. Carries a lot of weight on that back, I'm telling you. But great guy. I'm sure I'll see him up the trail somewhere. Speeds don't always mean that much. And I'm not saying I'm fast, because I'm not. I just hike really long days. I know he's trying to just keep it around 10 to 12 a day, but still might see him based on, zeros and zeros and so forth. But yeah, great guy. I'm sure I'll see him up the trail somewhere. Had to stop the camera for a second. Someone was hiking with their dog and trying to tie the dog up and so forth. One of those happy breeds that wants to play and everything. So shut the camera off for a second as I was going by. But before him, I actually walked by a southbounder named Turbo. He said as far as he knows, he's the last one. He's the first one that I've passed out here last year. Starting a couple weeks later, I'd probably passed 8 or 10, somewhere in that area by this point. So not passed, but walked by, going the other direction. So I don't know if there's less Sobos this year than last year, or if they just got done earlier. I'm not sure. But cool to see Turbo. Wish him all the best. He said he's just going to drop a lot of stuff in Franklin and just run the Sprinter as quick as he can. So he said there's not too much snow up here my direction, very minimal. So that's good to know. Let's see, what else? A lot of stuff to tell you this morning. It's usually the way it is on town day, catching up on the videos, refueling, lots of good meals. That fried chicken meal that I had last night, I ended up getting a second one. So yeah, we are to that point of the trail where I'm eating 2 dinners at a time. But that was great. Feel rejuvenated, calorie-wise. For some reason, my face is puffy today. Not sure why that is, but it'll work itself out, I'm sure. Feeling good everywhere else. It is supposed to rain today, so might get the first rain on trail so far for me. Over the next couple days, Supposed to be a chance of rain with mild nights at least. I think a cold night tonight, mild over the next couple. And then I should be getting into the Smokies. And the weather as of right now looks clear for about 4 or 5 days. Unfortunately, super cold. Like 30s for a high, teens for a low. So I'm going to probably be getting through the Smokies as quick as I can to get out of that before any, winter storm or even thunderstorms hit. Last year when I went through, it was 1670 and then thunderstorming. So quite a bit different this year. Take it as it gives. Whatever the trail gives, you got to take it. That's what the journey's all about. Sorry if I'm rambling. 3 cups of coffee. You'll have that. But it's going to be a great day, even though it's overcast and cloudy and some fog in the distance. Been kind of looking forward to this, just because it's been all sun so far. So, I'm sure we'll get some great views. Even if not, the trees are beautiful. Nature's beautiful. The mountains are beautiful. So it's going to be a gorgeous day. Glad you're tagging along with me again. Let's make it a great, awesome, conquering day. Whoa! Bit chilly this morning, getting up into the higher altitudes. You can see out here low-lying clouds on top of those mountains. Definitely cloudy. I think the rain's supposed to set in this area around 2 or 3. So it gives me a good 4 or 5 hours before, if that's accurate. The weather doesn't always read the weather report. It does what it wants to do. So I'll be ready. And hopefully it won't be too chilly the next couple days, not including tonight. It's supposed to only get down to like 40 or 50 overnight with those chances of rain. Before the last night of rain, it's a chance of thunderstorm, which I guess is bringing in a front. And that's when it's going to get cold. So that's a little better to deal with rain when it's in the 40s and 50s overnight for sure. So I'm hoping I don't get wet and that I could be protected in the pack and tent and everything could be protected if it does rain today. Just so I can stay dry tonight when it's down chilly. Talking about chili, I think I'll eat chili for dinner. Now I want chili and cornbread. Great. That one wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Found a little opening. Really sharp, steep. A little section there that's kind of muddy, but right on the trail. But I was able to go up over there, so not too bad. Hello, fog and low-lying clouds. You remember me? I'm Fortune. Long time no see. Glad to see you again out here. Probably spending some time together here over the next couple days. A lot of blowdowns. That was a really small one. I think I mentioned it a couple of videos ago. Some of those worst blowdowns are the big ones that have a whole bunch of branches coming off it that look like they're little and they won't cause any damage or anything, but man, they're strong. They pull back on you, if they snag on your backpack or on you. They have a lot of strength to them for being half an inch or an inch of diameter. Definitely had some storms come through here for sure with these. These are a little easier. Some of them are kind of big and you have to figure out how to get through the maze, or 2 or 3 of them down together. But nothing too bad. Nothing can't be figured out by taking your time. Come to a section that has bits and pieces of snow and ice, for the most part off the trail, like here. But there has been sections of ice, quite slippery, not even a slushy ice, pretty hard ice. I'm not sure what the temperature is up here. I just felt a couple sprinkles. Hopefully it's not going to be freezing rain. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell when you're hiking up. And I've been hiking up for a minute, so I'm kind of hot. But got to watch it and get that rain jacket on and cover this pack up if it becomes constant. But I don't want to do it too early, because then you start sweating. There's a lot of things that you have to think about when you're out here that some people might not just understand, like the layering and delayering constantly to keep you warm but not sweating. And when it's raining, you don't want to get too hot if it's just sprinkling or something, because then you're wet anyway. And you want to try to not be wet, especially when it's freezing temperatures at night. Hypothermia is a real thing, and people die from it. It's a serious thing. One of the most serious things out here on the trail you have to pay attention to this time of year. So paying attention to all the aspects of the hike is important. Not just the beauty, not just the miles, not just the calories. So got to watch, see what happens here. Might have just been a couple sprinkles. If it gets anything harder than a drizzle, the rain jacket will be going on and protecting myself and the pack. Nice open area here on both sides of the trail. Up here is a side trail to Siler's Bald. It comes up here and around, and it comes up over there. Really beautiful views on a clear day. I actually bagged that one last year. I would do it now as well. For those who know me. I love my side trails and my summits. I have to bag them all. But I'm going to have to skip that one this time and keep going on the trail here. Just because started late today, later than what I normally like. But that's okay when you come from a hostel, or a Nero, I should say. You normally, at least I do, I normally get a little later start. But with that wind and the fog and the raindrops that I'm feeling off and on right now, I have to be at a certain place, in case the weather gets bad. So, or, freezing rain or just heavy rain or anything like that. I want to be at a certain place for protection. So I need to get a certain amount of miles in me today by a certain time. So I'm going to have to skip that one for now. But Siler Bald, you're already in my bag, so you go with me. Anyway, so... And there's another Siler's Bald in the Smokies. So it's funny, they have 2 of them within like a 60 or 70 mile radius. But continuing on here on this beautiful, chilly day. But it's feeling good. So the mist became a drizzle, and the drizzle started going a little harder. So I put the rain jacket on, and I'm trying something new. Kind of got an idea from somewhere. I don't remember where. It might have been a video or something, but I kind of tweaked it myself. I usually use a garbage bag or something on my backpack when it's raining instead of, a water or a rain protector or whatever they call them. It's like I try to not spend money when I don't have to. But I always just put it on and it flops around, the wind will catch it, and I end up having to readjust it. Well, this time, I don't know if you can see it, but I got some scissors and I slit in the garbage bag where the shoulder straps, excuse me, shoulder straps would come through. So that way it holds it on securely and protects everything except the shoulder straps, obviously. Protects the bag itself. So you can see how it works and continue on. Might not be a whole lot of videos as long as the rain's coming down and a decent, or video clips, I should say. But we'll definitely get some good footage. Coming up to Wayah here soon. Don't know if we'll see many mountains with the fog and low clouds, but it's going to be cool just being there with the tower and everything. But I'm going to continue on in the moisture. And first time the rain has been on the trail since I've been out here. So day 10, I finally see rain live and in person, not just the after effects of it from what fell during the night. So it's going to be awesome. It's not getting below freezing according to what I just seen on the weather not too long ago when I looked it up. So that's a good thing. Even tonight, when it's raining, not being below freezing, I'll be in a shelter probably versus my tent. But sounds like it's going to be very bearable. So that's a good thing. To definitely slow down. I don't even know if it's raining now. If it is, it's just that little mist. You can still hear rain coming from the treetops. Nice little pour down there for about 15-20 minutes. That might be it. Who knows? Really nice fog and low-lying clouds over there. It looks really cool. I think I'm just a couple miles from Wayah. I'll probably stop there and get a snack when I'm up on top of Wayah. And then continue on and see if I can dodge these raindrops for a good portion of the hike today. But for now, pretty dry. Took me a second to get the bag ready for the backpack, so got a little wet on the backpack then, but not too bad. So it should be all good. I'm so thankful for the fog and the mist today. Yeah, probably won't get to see the rolling mountains in the background in Wayah, but seen a lot of mountains over the first 9 days. A lot of great views of the mountains and in the distance. And the magnificent, majestic views of those 5,000 footers and 4,000 footers. I haven't seen any fog. And I love the dark, mysterious forest, especially when you're going underneath the rhododendron or mountain laurel and they make that arch with the fog in the background. There's something about it that says do not enter, but there's another part that says I got to enter. It is so beautiful. Every part of this, the fog, the rain, the sunshine, anything about being in the mountains. It's not just my happy place, I guess. It's that place that is home to my heart. My wife is obviously my home. But as far as places, this just heals my soul, heals my spirit and body. Can't beat it. And getting some majestic, beautiful views of the fog and the trees. Whew. It's getting pretty mild now, probably about 40 or 45. And it just feels absolutely great. That's pure ice right there. Not much slushiness to it. A little bit of crunch, but very slippery. This is the trail that leads to the tower, part of the AT still, but it connects also actually for the last mile or so with the Bartram Trail. I believe I'm saying that right. So up here on Wayah Bald right now, but you can't even see that tower, it's so foggy. I mean, I like the mysteriousness of fog and everything, but yeah, wouldn't mind seeing that tower, but I will see it when I'm up to it. And I'm going inside, getting under some covering, having some food. Been looking forward to that. That snow and ice was a little slow going for a mile or two. Oh, there you can start to see the tower now. But it's a beautiful day. Always is. Could be worse. Could be freezing. It's above freezing. Probably 40 right now. I'd say up top here. That will get less as it starts going down. But right now I'm going to eat some cheese, some sausages, some goldfish, who knows what. I have a full bear can, baby. I don't know why, but somehow with the fog and that construction, reminds me of something in Scotland or something in Europe, old Europe. Yeah, I'll take you upstairs there and show you a view, but right now we go in there and get some food. And take a look over here. Heck, let's just do it now. Notice how fast I move when there's food involved. And there's where the trail goes. Oh yeah, you can see it here. Fog everywhere. That's okay. Can't have all the views. Have to save some of those views for somebody else. And these views are just fine. I don't have to see all the mountains. This fog is beautiful. Nice, mysterious. On the mountains, baby. Wayah Bald. I'm on top of you. And Wayah Bald is in the bag. The challenge of today is staying dry. I'm inside the tower of Wayah Bald. As you can see, there's graffiti on it. Doesn't make me super happy, so I'm not going to stay here and eat. But got myself some sausage links, some cheese. Somewhere in there was a donut stick. Just going to put it in my pocket and eat it as I go because I don't want to sit here. It's wet anyway, so as you can see, my hair is soaked. Hopefully the bandanas can dry that off when I stop for the day, or the wind, or maybe it'll stop raining. The thing is, the fog is so thick, it's very misty, you know, like my beard is soaked, it's dripping. Just the way it is when you have long hair and a long beard. But I'm going to continue on, probably going to go to 2 shelters down, about 6 miles away, I think. Try to get there to camp tonight, put me in a good position to get to the knock the next day and get down and probably past that for my next Nero, close to Fontana or Stokoe. Not sure where yet, but that's the plan, and you know how my plans are. They're ideas that are going to be replaced by other ideas, and then replaced by other ideas until finally I decide something completely different. But I'm going to get on the trail, and I've only been here about 5 minutes. Good thing is the compactor bag is the way I did with the slits and everything. It's working great. Everything's dry inside the pack, so that's great, because they need to be dry tonight while I sleep. All right, continuing on. Nope, not that one. Next one. See, everything is beautiful. Couple miles before the shelter that I am going to spend the night at, and make some food and stay warm underneath the covering as much as I can. Just a couple miles left to go, and it looks like for now the rain has kind of stopped. I haven't really got too much rain on me in the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. So I know it's supposed to be raining off and on for the next couple days, so it's not over. But a little reprieve right now. Let my hair dry out a little bit before I get to the shelter. That's great. And can't wait to eat. I'm hungry. Going really well today. You know, besides the fact it's a little rainy and chilly, but it's definitely warmed up now. And I'm a little lower, so that helps. But it's going to be a great evening, hopefully, underneath the covering and kind of mild temps, like 38, 39 from what I'm seeing. Or what I seen earlier. So as long as that's accurate, that's almost 15 or 20 degrees warmer than what I have been at night lately. So that should be kind of warm. Should feel pretty good. Not warm, but should feel good at least. You know, want something in the blanket and warm, have some warm clothes on and warm socks and everything. Should feel pretty good. Eating some chili mac, unless I change my mind, eat one of the other ones. But it's been a great day. A little bit of everything today. Clear, well, not really clear skies, but non-rainy skies. Dry ground, wet ground, leafy ground, rocky ground. Tree, trunk and root ground. Snow ground, ice ground. High elevation, mediocre elevation. So hard rain, drizzle rain, misty rain. Beautiful views, fog in the bushes. Yeah, when you look at it like that, think of all the things you've seen in a day. Even if you forget for a couple minutes how beautiful it is and how grateful you should be to be out in this, which I am every minute of every day. And when I do forget, God always seems to give me a reminder, like some beautiful tree or some, you know, beautiful cloud or beautiful view, something will just trip that, I should say, in my mind and remind me how grateful I am to be out here, being able to walk the Appalachian Trail. All right, I'll see you at the shelter, if not before. Up at 4,900 feet of elevation, there is snow and ice on the trail a little bit here. Definitely windier here. This is the home for the night, a nice cozy little place. Supposedly can sleep 6 on Realtor.com. I'm totally joking. But yeah, this is the one I stayed at last year, and it definitely did not sleep 6 comfortably. There was 3 of us in here, and that was too close for comfort. But then again, I don't really like sleeping close to people in the least bit, except for my wife, of course. But this is home for tonight. Looks like it should block the wind pretty good, and it's very dry in there. So all right, live life, people. live life even when it might not be as fun as other days. Get an early start in the morning.